No more worries, no more worries to hinder Qataris from taking Manchester United, as UEFA have given them a green light to go on and really take over Manchester United in a way that has really gone ahead to put in a huge boost to see to it that United gets in the hands of the Qataris, because the Qataris are really ready to outbid any of those interested in taking over Manchester United. United Matters channel is the channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rock and David is always my name. The other stories about Kylian Mbappe to be delivered to Manchester United for the Qataris take over Manchester United. That's another story that has really been spiced up with a Google, not a Google, it's an Instagram translation. Mbappe posting in English and then posting in French, and when you hit translation, Manchester United comes into the translation, and everyone has been asking himself what's really wrong with this translation that has really been put up by Twitter, not by Instagram. And I'm going to retrieve you a conversation of Eric Ten Hag and a fan about signing Kylian Mbappe and what was his submission on really getting him Kylian Mbappe. So let's get this started, as the Qataris are really trying to prepare their bid to submit it before Friday, because all bids are supposed to be submitted in before Friday. That means 2 days from now, all bids have to be submitted into the banks of Rain Group and I think PL Morgan. Those two banks are really monitoring the takeover of Manchester United, and the Qataris are really interested in the takeover. And obviously there has been the blocking factor that has really come to an end, and the UEFA is really okay with them having PSG and Manchester United. Then we are being told by Mike Keegan, he's the man that really broke this story about the takeover of United and how the bids are really going coming through the Qataris and so on and so forth. He has told us that UEFA will not block a Qatari ownership of Manchester United in a major boost for bidding group from the oil-rich state. Now, when you look at UEFA, they had not been allowing two teams to take over, two teams to be owned by the same company. You get? That called for United to that called out for Qatar to form another private investment, though under Qatari investments, to see to it that takes over Manchester United. This time round, as everything is going on, looks like UEFA have gone through everything and they've told them it's okay, you can go ahead and really take over Manchester United because we are not going to block you. We're not going to block you. Don't be worried, because Qatar are willing, and their plan is simple. They are willing to get out one of their directors to form a private investment group to take over Manchester United. You get? That's it. That's their plan. And as things stand, Qatar is really having the best plan, and UEFA have gone ahead to really approve the plan of them to take over Manchester United. Now, again, Mike Keegan, he's a sports news correspondent for the Mail. He has told us that UEFA sources have disclosed that there is no going to be a problem with the Qatari bid, which is being worked on around the clock ahead of the Friday 10 p.m. deadline. And the Qataris are really ready to go on and do the needful and take over the United side, and UEFA have given them a green light. What does this mean to the takeover of Manchester United? It shows you that things are really going on well for Qataris, and they are willing to bid before Friday 10 p.m. and they are willing to put in that bid. But what does this mean to Manchester United? I think Qataris are good, but we want to know even other people that are really into this. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is known that he won't go out and bow down for the Qataris because they're bringing in a lot of money, and he believes he can outcompete them. Though my hindrance for Sir Jim Ratcliffe is simple, that he wants to take us back into the loans thing, because Rain Group and PL Morgan are really trying to convince him that we can get you a loan and take over Manchester United. And really, that is really that is really something I hate, because if Pierre Morgan and Rain Group were given to see this takeover being completed, then how come they are so much involved in Sir Jim Ratcliffe to really offering him a loan to go ahead and take over Manchester United, meaning that there is a conflict of interest right now, because the people seeing over its takeover are really trying to really conflict with one of the bidders, that is Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So I believe we should let this be smooth, and we want a person who is going to take off that dead burden. I've seen people coming out and saying that we want money, but I believe if we get in an owner who takes over Manchester United and takes out the debt burden, I think United can make a lot of money. According to me, they can make lots and lots of money, close to £1 billion a season. If at all we've been making close to £670 million income per year, when we've not been playing Champions League, when we've not performing very well, when we've not been performing very well, when we've not been into the title conversation, I believe it's high time we believed that our income can skyrocket from £600 million to £1 billion, because every shirt sponsorship deal is really going to be great. And I think our deal with Adidas is soon ending, and it's going to be a very good time to sign a new deal with Adidas when we are having Erik ten Hag at the helm and doing wonders for the club of Manchester United. I hope you guys will be loving it and you'll be enjoying it. So I believe even if we get in someone who is going to get off the debt burden, I think we'll be having money to spend, because we've been spending like that and we've been having a debt burden on us. If that debt is paid off and we can have a profit of close to £400 million per season, I think that money is enough to really get us back where we are supposed to be. An investment of £200 million per season for Manchester United, I think, is really one of those that we should go ahead and really be anticipative about. Now, as the Qataris have been given green light to take over Manchester United, then they have something they want to deliver to Manchester United if at all this comes to pass. And it's Tom McDermott. He's a content digital marketing communications podcaster, member of the Theo company, and he supports Manchester United. So that's that if the Qatari group were successful in their attempt to buy Manchester United, then they would provide Erik ten Hag with whatever is necessary to sign Kylian Mbappe. Now, this story was broken yesterday, and I said I'm going to do it today morning, that the Qataris are willing to offer Erik ten Hag with Kylian Mbappe. And I think it's possible, because Real Madrid looks like they've backed out of the deal to sign Kylian Mbappe, and they went ahead to sign a 16-year-old player that plays for Palmeiras. I've forgotten his name, but he's a very talented striker and is going to arrive at Real Madrid in the summer. Now, Kylian Mbappe to Manchester United. This is really a story that you would love to see happen, to come to life. Kylian Mbappe at Manchester United. You just don't know how much this will see people like Marcus Rashford happy, because if you're having a front three of Kylian Mbappe, Marcus Rashford, and Anthony or Sancho, that will be a dream team of Erik ten Hag, a dream front three of Erik ten Hag, because they can do all what it takes to haunt any team. You saw him yesterday when he came on through as they were losing to Bayern Munich by 1-0. However, match was half fit, but Mbappe is really one of those players that you know he's really going to be the GOAT, the next GOAT. And if I told you a Kylian Mbappe, if you want to come to Manchester United, if United offers you opportunity to come, I think you just have to rush and join Manchester United, because the Premier League is the best league in the world. The best league in the world is the Premier League. And secondly, for Kylian Mbappe, he has his own interest of joining Manchester United. Why? His rival is playing for Manchester City. This rival, Erling Haaland, is playing for Manchester City and he's scoring in goals in the Premier League. Mbappe, if offered a chance with the Qataris to join Manchester United, he won't say no because he knows that he needs to come to the Premier League to play alongside Manchester United, such that he proves to Erling Haaland wrong that I'm more talented than you, I can score more goals than you, and I can win more trophies than you, and I think this is the clear route for Kylian Mbappe to win a Ballon d'Or, according to me. And if the Qataris take over Manchester United with Mbappe left with just 1 year on his contract that he signed in the summer, I believe they can factor out a deal that can see him come to Manchester United. That's it, because Qataris are really the same owners of PSG, and I believe it will act like a charm for them to see to it that they're really getting Kylian Mbappe for Manchester United. And if at all they want to get him on, it's really going to be very, very easy. Very, very easy, like taking water, and it won't really have any havoc because it will be done smoothly. I don't believe that deal will be for 160 million pounds or what, because Mbappe is left with 1 year on his contract. And if at all Mbappe is offered Real Madrid and Manchester United at the juncture, I think he'll say, I'm going to Manchester United, because he's looking at the progress that Ten Hag is making at the club. And obviously, he'll be so much great to be delivered to Erik Ten Hag. Now, this man, Kylian Mbappe, after losing to Bayern Munich, he took onto his Instagram and said, all that remains to be done. Manchester United's team is now on PSG. Now, that is what I'm gonna hate to post, but in what he posted, there was nothing like Manchester United, but the translation from French to English has gone ahead to really indicate that Manchester United is the tweet, and this has really gone viral. Look at Rashford was the first to comment, that Fire, Naomi, and very many others that have really gone ahead to like that post of Kylian Mbappe that really put out onto Instagram. So it shows you how good this is, and it's really trying to fuel it, because translation from French to English can't bring out Manchester United because it was not indicated into the French tweet of Kylian Mbappe. And let me take you back to the original and see. Do you see anything like at Manchester United? It's nowhere to be seen. But look now, click translation. United comes in. I don't know who is behind this, but it looks like the Qataris are really trying to bring on this player and deliver him for Erik Ten Hag. And will Erik Ten Hag really like Kylian Mbappe? Now, there is a story that was really published about Erik Ten Hag showing his interest in Kylian Mbappe, and it was between a fan and Erik Ten Hag. Now, in June 23rd, on June 23rd, Erik Ten Hag was asked about getting Kylian Mbappe and Bellingham. He said, I want to, but a fan then interjected by suggesting that the Red Devils should sign both. Ten Hag said, do you have some pennies for me? So it's no brainer that Erik Ten Hag wants Kylian Mbappe, and every manager in the world would love to have Kylian Mbappe alongside his team, and Erik Ten Hag is really welcome to having Kylian Mbappe onto his entourage at Manchester United to play ball for him. And lastly, this is something that you should know about why this deal will be possible for Mbappe to cross from PSG to come to Manchester United. We've been told by Le Parisien that in Qatar, nobody is interested in League One. Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe are just watched when they play in the Champions League. As in many other parts of the world, the only championship that excites is the Premier League. So the Qataris are really willing to come to Manchester United. The reason as why they are dying to come to Manchester United is PSG is a farmers' league. Premier League is the most watched league in the world, and the best way to advertise Qatar is owning Manchester United, because United is the team with the most number of fans in the world. It's watched on all continents: South America, Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, and very many others. So when you look at the Qataris, they want this happen because if they deliver Mbappe to Manchester United, they will know that we are going to be watched season in, season out, and our advert is going to be viewed all over the world. And they are right, because PSG and League One, it's one of the dullest leagues I've seen, and they know the visibility they are getting if at all they talk of Manchester United. That's why they are really saying no one is going to outbid them, because they are having close to 400 billion pounds of wealth, and no one can outbid them. They are willing to go on and really take on everyone willing to come and really sabotage their takeover. So the Qataris want to deliver Kylian Mbappe for Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. Your thoughts about it are welcome in the comment section below. And what do you think about UEFA giving Qataris green light to take over Manchester United in what we call a deal being closed? Thank you very much for watching in through first video of the day. We are having the Erik ten Hag press conference, I think, today, and I'm going to react to it live onto this channel. We are going to stream live and obviously have a one-on-one conversation with you guys. Thank you guys for watching in through. And David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I'm signing out, guys, and enjoy your afternoon and evening. Bye-bye.